Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
Let's get it started. All right, another reaction here. Thank you, Charles, from Dreamers Pro, for providing us with clips we use. You just like skip his opinions and go right to the video clips. Listen, I'll be honest. This channel's for laziness. I don't feel like looking it up. Boom, there it is. Charles provides it. He knows all the controversy. He knows all the TMZ shit. We're ready. But as much as this is a TMZ story, I think what's missing, by the way, we're talking about more so the idea of this Caitlin Clark player versus, I guess, all the narratives around her. And there are plenty, apparently. And it doesn't seem like as many people are talking about basketball. Even the guys that like normally here talk about basketball are like just talking about stats instead of like the actual game, like what they see. They're in the eye test, if you will, of these players. But it's, I don't know. Hopefully I have an opportunity to get into that during this video. But I guess first it's going to be the gossipy narrative shit. And I guess we'll react to that. I might even just cut this whole portion off and go right to the basketball shit. Who knows? I'm a man of mystery. Anyways, here's Dreamers Pro playing this clip from ESPN First Take, where it's Stephen A. versus the ladies. Here we go. Yeah.
Into this here.
We all agree that this play was unacceptable, but in general, this is still competition.
That's my biggest mistake. You're right, guys.
Shannon ain't gonna
is that
say
I
it,
look
baby.
at other people as I see myself.
Shannon ain't.
Oh my God.
Go ahead,
Shannon
Stephen
ain't
A.
gonna say it, but Shannon ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. The word is resentment, and I'm talking about what I feel about this whole conversation. Nobody said all. Nobody painted the WNBA with a broad brush. We're talking about a young lady that has come into the sport and is contributing to the financial backbone of the WNBA and simply imploring everybody to see the big picture and how it serves to benefit the whole.
God, I want to run away already. She's an athlete playing a sport. Yeah. What about the athlete? The athletics? Not the, I guess, the grand wizard narrative they need in order to fucking create some sort of fomentation around the fucking sport. Like, I understand you market your stars, but to prop her up to this, like, you need to protect her because of the impact on the finances of the WNBA. It's like, isn't that just creepy, shady business shit? Right?
And so that's like the paradox, because these players have resentment, like he's saying. There's something to that.
Oh yeah.
And then the remedy to that is, well, you have to let the league market her, and like, in a way, I don't think that's what they're trying. I mean, I guess they could be doing it in a way, like make special rules for her. But let's say for argument's sake, they're not doing that. They're just capitalizing marketing wise.
Yeah.
You have dipshits that aren't in the league, like Stephen A. saying that that's what they should be doing.
Yes.
And so you're like kind of, because let's be honest, like there's the behind the scenes machinations, and then there's like the pontificators, which Stephen A. is.
Yeah.
And so when you have these people who are in the game, I don't know, they're coaches or they're former players or current players, and they're like, no, like but they obviously have their biases, but they're like, nah, like treat everyone equally.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's like, he's not explaining basketball wise, like, no, this may be a generational talent. No, he's not saying that. He's saying for the marketing purposes, let's fucking do this.
Protect her. Oh, he's saying the other players should protect her for their own sake.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Which is like very vague. Like, what does that mean?
That shouldn't work in any sport. They're supposed to be competitors. The only one propping her up should be her coaches, and her fucking teammates, and
Like,
the owner of shit.
She should be going through a trial by fire.
Yes.
Obviously, you don't want her. You don't want no one trying to get her hurt or anything, or like bully her or anything. But that happens in competitive.
Yeah.
And got competition. It's more the intent.
Yeah.
But you can see how like I think you would agree. You could give a player way more leeway than giving a fucker like Stephen A. leeway. As far as what this narrative shit.
I mean, yeah. Nah, I agree. Granted, it's competition, but that foul shit we fucking played.
Yeah, that's not basketball.
That's egregious, bro. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, it's like they're imitating what they think the men do in the NBA. Like, this is what tough guys, enforcers, tough people do. Like, those guys know not to fucking get caught with shit like that. They know they're fucking suspended straight up if they do that in the NBA. But
they know the geriatrics.
Yes.
I guess you guys missed.
And
I guess you guys need to collect millions of dollars to also learn the geriatrics of you're kind of entertainment. You're not in the backcourt.
Well, we're now in narrative territory here, to where if you don't suspend her, it looks away, and if you do suspend her, it looks away.
It looks away.
It's even though in reality, if you're following what the NBA does, like that's obviously a suspension and fine.
Yeah. Well, what she got called on the court is like not up to par with what the NBA would have called. Like you said.
Yeah.
That would have been an immediate double tech. Like, she was waiting for an inbound, and you fucking put.
When there's no one else around the court.
You start clapping like you did something.
Like it was a hard foul, like a basketball play hard foul. Like, no, it wasn't. That was just random. Like, it felt random. I know they were talking shit to each other, but like, usually you foul, like if someone goes up for a shot, you foul them a little bit harder than you normally do. Then it's like, oh, good hard basketball. I like that.
You try to score, like, they then make your move, but no, that's like, it's not even egregious. It's just dumb.
Exactly. But all right, let's let weirdos continue, or at least Steve and I, the weirdo.
And because we brought that up, it's turned into a conversation with resentment, jealousy, whatever. I'm saying, the resentment is legit, but it's also justified if you've been in the league busting your tail to help uplift it, and then somebody comes along and before they play one game, you're labeling them the savior. A lot of people, a bunch of men would feel resentment towards that too. But we bring it up here, and all of a sudden we got to safeguard and couch every little syllable when we're talking about competition, and we're talking about the league, and we're talking about revenue and money and how everybody wants to get paid. What's the maximum salary in the WNBA, Eminem? Isn't that like 241,000 or something like that? Is that
it's like 250.
250, right?
Yeah.
$250,000. These girls are stars. They're doing commercials now. They're gonna be making dollars upon dollars on Madison Avenue, and they deserve it. We're talking about them maximizing their great potential. And because we bring that up and talk about what potentially might get in their way, which we do to men all the time, now we got to sit up here and watch every syllable. I resent that, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, so let me. I know we got to go to break.
Okay.
Welcome to the.
Okay. He does so much back and forth, and like that is like did you actually say anything there?
Mental jujitsu.
It's like, I mean, I hate him, but I love him. What? I said I hate him, but I love him. What? You know what I'm talking about. I don't know, man. Well, there's Stephen A. for you. Let's.
Well, he's saying like I don't. I just try to. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. What the fuck did he just say, bro?
trying to act like money ain't a part of this. Like, yeah, but the thing happened in regards to competition. Bro. That's what I thought that was the context. But he's kind of fuck. I am lost. What he's saying, man.
Yo,
Isn't he kind of saying like protect her, but he's also saying like, nah, but these girls are stars and they should be getting paid. And I don't know. He lost me, man.
nah, he did. No. He did say he is saying protect her. Like full stop. He's saying that protect her. Protect her because like all these now you guys are gonna be in commercials. This is gonna raise your salary. Da blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
He's almost like talking to them like, yeah, you guys are resentful, but at the same time, like you shouldn't be. That's kind of what I'm getting from it.
I mean,
And he's saying like, oh, I have to be careful because he's a weasel and he has to protect his fucking brand. I have to be careful about criticizing you or criticizing her.
yeah.
That's
He
my best
resents
attempt to deconstruct what he said.
Oh man, whatever. Here we go.
And I'll leave it at
All right,
that.
so let me. I know we gotta go to break.
I'm here to counter.
Welcome to the world of being a woman, Stephen A. And how you have to dance about your word choice and you have to please everybody and anybody as you navigate your being. We are talking about the world's greatest.
How about being a black man?
Being black.
This is just weird.
This is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got to go to break. And
I don't know what I just stepped in, but I stepped in it. I did not want to be talking about hearing any of this shit right now, bro. Like, yeah, I am black though. Like, what the hell are we doing? How do we end up here, guys?
Being black.
Hold on 1 second.
Have you?
So this is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got to go to break, and we didn't necessarily go there. Maybe we should. There are so many layers in this conversation around the way that it's being discussed. When you no. And yes, Shannon, I know y'all are gonna say and Stephen A, I know you just shared that you have talked about the WNBA on your program too. You guys may not have said everybody, but the prevailing sentiment for folks that are just joining the WNBA and following women's sports is unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork for Caitlin Clark to come in and now take it to the next level. That's all I'm saying in these conversations. Kennedy Carter's behavior is not indicative of the entire league. We are still talking about competition where you are allowed to get a little extra elbow in if you are competing and you do it within the parameters of the game. The game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
All right.
Who talks about the?
Let's go.
She's right. I agree with her. Just that play had nothing to do with any of that, right? And as far as what do you think about the idea of resentment, Anthony? Because you said like I kind of agree with that. Like, where's your head at in regards to that?
Resentment towards Caitlyn?
Yeah. Like, do you think that there is resentment in the league amongst the players there?
Well, I haven't everything I've got is secondhand, leaning towards there is.
Yeah.
Resentment. Me personally, I'm not really I'm not deep into the WNBA, but like everything I've heard is that there's, which could be a false narrative. That there's resentment.
Yeah.
And then we heard fuckface Sampson talking about like even her teammates won't stick up for her or whatever. I think for me it might be too early to tell, honestly.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I mean, where we at? We had her first game where she kind of got like shoved. She got like an elbow, but it wasn't like intentional. It was like a basketball play to stop her from going for a layup.
Yeah.
And then we got this play that just happened where she got shoved, which seems a lot more like egregious and
Yeah.
like in bad spirit. But at the same time, I do agree that she should get everybody's best attempt to stop her from being like a scorer or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Which
they're gonna do that naturally, I think.
So you brought up Steph Curry. We're he was allowed to become who he was, whatever.
Yeah.
gradually.
Yeah.
So it seems to me more, because that's kind of what I was trying to say. Where and this is totally has nothing to do with Caitlyn. It has to do with like these little marketing dick riders and like where like, oh, you can't make her look bad, or oh, you can't they want to say it but they don't want to say it. You can't go too hard on her. I mean, Jeff Teague basically said that shit. Like, where Jeff Teague's like he's dancing around. Oh nah, she like yeah, don't fix it for her, but you got to make her look good. Well, like, how do you do that?
He said what? Make
Yes,
it look
you can
good?
look it up,
What?
bro. I would tell you pause this video right now and find Jeff Teague saying that. There's like a YouTube
Ah,
short
I'm good.
where he's saying like, oh, like a magic of bird situation, but totally different. Where yeah, you can't like yo, you gotta fuck the bag up if you go too hard at her. You gotta make her look good.
The WNBA is playing this all wrong. I'm about to tell y'all. This shit supposed to be, my dad even said to me today, it's supposed to be like WWE. Y'all supposed to play hard against her, but y'all supposed to let her kill. If she start having bad games and it don't look like it's supposed to look, like what we just seen from college and how we so excited about her coming to the league and changing it, and she don't kill like that, it's gonna like bring it back down to reality. Like,
You want the WNBA to really write a script for Caitlin Clark.
no, I'm not saying that as a smart person. Look, y'all don't have charter flights. She damn near about to get y'all charter flights.
Yeah, they just
because
got it.
she's so famous, they can't. She damn near get charter flights. All this stuff that they want and need, more money, all this, new teams getting added, all this. When she come, you got to protect that at all costs.
So you want them to let her win?
Not let her win. But the fact is, like, play the game. But play the game within the game.
I'm like, that's a weird ass statement. And like, yeah, I'm in comment sections and I hear that same sentiment.
Yeah.
Like, so it's it's so unfair. It's like, yo, it's like you guys think you're trying to help her, but you're really not helping her.
No, they're not.
And I'm almost sympathetic to the other players where it's like, yo, like let us do our thing. Obviously within reason. Like, don't do what that girl did, Carter.
Yeah.
But beside that, yeah, go at her, man. Go fucking let the cream rise to the top. Pause.
I mean, yeah, I think that just naturally happens where
Yeah.
they see some sort of hype job and they're like, all right, let's see if you're for real or not. Let me go at you.
And I want to be very careful to not fall into the narrative of, oh, they're out to get her, which could just be marketing or like anti-marketing for, oh, you gotta take it, you can't go this hard on her, like et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
so like now I'm gonna make an effort to be very conscious of that. Whenever something happens, like taking it on a case by case situation as to, is it being overblown to protect Caitlyn, or is it actually like, all right, this kind of fucked up?
I want to hear from like WNBA fans if there are, or anyone who just watches games or highlights or whatever the fuck. Like, is she being like, is the like seemingly the opposing team always like extra aggressive with her that they weren't with other players? To where like, okay, that's kind of weird as a league to be doing that. It could be the natural sense of things where it's like, oh, if I take her out, I become the queen. Like, I become the next one then. If I'm the one who has some sort of moment against her or something like that.
I hope that's play, not physical fucking altercations. I hope that's play. They want to do that through their play, not.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if they're like you said, she was like maybe getting beat up a bit, like going into the paint. Like, are they doing that with other players? Or is it welcome to the league rookie? Or is it welcome to the league Caitlin Clark? Is it just for her?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Is Angel Reese getting this treatment going down the lane?
Exactly.
But it's tricky, Jordan. But it's also tricky where they may view her as the focal point in your strategy, stopping the team.
True.
And that's where it gets murky. Where it's like, So that's why I'm trying to be very careful to not take that away from the league or the
Yeah.
teams in the league. Like no, like they understand. Like no, she is very dangerous with the ball in her hand, and we have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
And maybe players do take chances. Maybe some players are cavalier, but all in all, it might be all up in the on the up and up, for all we know.
Yeah. Man, me personally, like narrative wise, what I would want to see, like I want to see players who get certain hype before they enter like the professional ranks, whether it's college football, like Reggie Bush, remember that shit, and Vince Young in college football, where I'm like, man, I want to see these guys fucking dominate in the fucking next level, just cause you followed them like earlier on, like it's like cool to me. Uh, so narrative wise, I would love to see like, okay, she's struggling right early on in her career. I'd love to see her
Yeah,
turn that around with the league playing the exact same way. We're gonna be we're gonna be tougher on you. We're gonna play harder when we play against you, even though you're like the worst team in the fucking league, right? We're gonna play harder against you and
and then
watch her
something.
fucking put up 45 against that shit. That then it becomes like next level. Aren't we all looking for top
Yeah,
players?
that's what I'm looking for too. Yes, like she has to persevere. It's a rites of passage.
Yes, and honestly, like she once again, like it's maybe shouldn't how it should be, like in a sense of thing, but I kind of want to see her get her ass whipped a bit to grow through that because she need, like
Yeah,
I said in the uncut hoops video, where it's like she's got a lot of shit she's got to work on, ball
yeah,
handling, physicality, passing, her layup package. She shoots basic ass fucking layups, like layup line layups, man. Like learn how to fucking reverse, use both hands, floaters. She doesn't have a fucking floater. I haven't seen her shoot a fucking floater before, not one. It's where like, hey, I can make a basket before I get fucking elbowed in the face at the rim. Like I want to learn mid range game, learn how to set up her fucking defender to off screens to get fucking open, and then learn how to take efficient shots and make those motherfuckers. And it's like, dude, the world's in front of you, man. You got all this shit you can work with, and you could become like the one for this WNBA thing, the one that like draws everyone in. Granted, I see the Juju Watkins girl. I'm like, she's on her way. Like,
yeah. She looks way more
but
ready.
at the same time, narrative wise, she's not getting the same hype. Like it is what it is.
No,
She should. I think she's better than her and
Reese.
no
Yeah,
offense to the Angel
yeah.
Reese fans out there, but she's not. She does not look very good to me as a basketball player. She's like, as far as like a power forward center type, like go watch Asia Wilson and then compare them. And what I'm saying there isn't like, oh, she needs to learn the veteran ways and the little veteran techniques. I mean, she doesn't. Her layups look like she needs to work on her just shooting a layup. Like, okay, let's work on having the ball above your head every time you shoot a layup because you're tall and everyone else might be shorter around you. You want to keep the ball high in the air to where no one can just steal the ball, right? Like, work on little
Yeah.
basic things like that. It's like that means she's far, far away from someone like Asia Wilson. Now, the way I've seen her play, if they let her get away with it seems like just kind of bully type basketball. It's like if that works for her, I mean, I guess so.
It won't, but it's like it
I mean, would the league protect
to be honest
her?
with you,
That's a worthy
to be
question
honest
too.
with you, that's like more of the same of what the WNBA's like had.
Nah,
Where like you don't
there's some skilled fucking players in that
what
league
I'm
now.
saying. But what I'm saying is like she might be even more like physically gifted than Caitlin Clark, but it's like when you just revert to that kind of play, that's not gonna transcend, and you're gonna be forgotten about. You're gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, you were that one girl that won that one ring one year against Caitlin, but
yeah, it won't work out,
you didn't.
in my opinion,
Yeah,
long
you didn't
term
want that.
for skill wise, like for career success as far as like stats and shit like that. That's not gonna work out for you. Work out well there either because you're gonna be going against fucking you know Asia Wilsons and fucking Brianna Stewart's that are tall girls that are like immensely more skilled than she is, bro.
I just think that's interesting. Like, would it be fucked up if I try to compare both? What the fuck has Angel Reese done in these 6 games?
I don't know. She's had some games where it's like double doubles or close to double doubles. Like 13 points, 8 rebounds, 14 points, 10 rebounds, something like that. Which is like those are good numbers. But I'm watching the way she's doing it, and it's just like, is that basketball? Like, is that good basketball? It doesn't look like good basketball.
10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. That's what she's averaging.
Oh, there you go. Those are good numbers, but once again, sorry to the Angel Reese fans. She's nowhere near Caitlin Clark as far as what you can see as like, oh, here's where this person could actually be someday. Angel Reese has to learn some basic fucking shit first, and then I'll be like, okay, now let's see where she's at. Okay, maybe she instead of learning basics, maybe she goes to Hakeem Olajuwon and learns fucking post moves from him. Like now we're getting somewhere.
13, 13, 11, 6, 8. With two games with over 10 rebounds. And 1 9.
I'm sure she blocked shots too, right? Gotta have some shot blocking in there. But the other girl, what's her name? On the South Carolina team, the really tall girl, like Cardoza or some shit like that. She's pretty nimble around the rim. She's bigger. She's bigger and taller than Angel Reese, but she looks fucking nimble, like skilled, like she worked on this shit before. Keeps the ball up high, shoots her little jump hooks, like a traditional big. I almost said, well, whatever, traditional big man or big woman, whatever. Just sounds weird saying big woman, whatever. But she's like nimble around the fucking hoop. If I saw that from Angel Reese, I'd be like, okay, we got something here. Let's turn that into something special, to where she's can average 20, 10, and 3 to 4 blocks. Straight up. Like, oh, you're Tim Duncan. Got it. But, But yeah, no one's. Let's get back to this video. No one's talking. I don't hear as much basketball talk. I hear a lot of narrative. I hear guys that are. They could sound like they're talking about basketball, but they're really talking about just narratives the entire time. I'm like, what?
Well,
the fuck
look at that conversation we're having right there. It's 2 players who probably want to keep it to the basketball against 2 marketing guys. And it's the same. It's the same with Uncut Hoops. It's the same with Samson. It's like, why are all the people that I hear in favor of her in the media are all like fucking like strategy motherfuckers. They're not like, oh, like she needs to get a little bit better at this, but I like what I seen here. They ain't breaking film down.
The WNBA are jealous of Caitlin Clark. See, she has handles like Steph Curry. She has this like this guy. Like, no, she fucking doesn't. Where the fuck?
Yeah, like, prove that.
You could like her slow, simple, basic fucking dribbling maneuvers. Like, come on, man. You see kids on YouTube doing better shit than that. You see girls do better, like the Juju Watkins girl. She has solid fucking handles, like solid. No, she's not gonna fucking Kyrie Irving you, but she's gonna Kobe you. Like, I'm gonna get to a spot where I can score, straight up, or get fouled. Caitlin hasn't learned how to find a way to get to her spots. Like, if someone plays a little bit rough with you, and it stops you from getting to your spots, you have something to work on. You should, whatever their off season is, was it the fall and winter and all that shit? That should be your time to be all out working on these things. Go to fucking Steph Curry. You're famous enough now. Go try to fucking talk to him. Like, hey man, what did you develop here? What drills do you do? Because she needs that improvement. Now, to be fair to all these girls, is that they were like NCAA tournament, draft, WNBA, like really quickly, actually.
Really quickly, yeah.
Right? They're not getting a whole summer league, a whole training. Like, they're almost going right from college to there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's no good period.
So, when she does finally get an off season, because she's been playing since fucking fall through winter through spring, just to summer, right into the WNBA. It's like, dude, you guys gotta fucking give
I
these
think she
these
had
kids a break,
she had
man.
like a month. She had the month of April off, and I think like a couple weeks in May. I think that's it.
Yeah. So let's see these young people after a full like their off-season workout fucking drills. They get to go through all that shit. So, I thought Caitlyn should have already did that already, right? But it is what it is. Handles like Steph Curry. No, she fucking doesn't. That's the turn. That's you're seeing what 7, 8, 9, 10 turnovers. Like she's okay at like she can put some whiz on the ball when she passes, but as far as the intelligence, knowing where people are going to be at, and the types of passes to throw in certain situations, no, she passes like Chris Paul. No, she fucking doesn't. Anyways, let's go back to the narrative stuff. Here we go.
Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A. Respectfully.
Oh my God, get this fool out of here. Who talks about more of the WNBA than us? Like that's the worm. Like those are worm statements. That's what worms say when they want their fucking pat on the fucking head. Telling you, bro. I mean, I don't think Stephen A's like creepy level, like politician creepy level. He's somewhere in the area though, man. He gives and takes. Pause. With his fucking words. There we go.
With your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Wow.
All right, we gotta go. You guys.
So did
You
say
know
that
you're
on the
my
show?
guy, but
Who does more than
Stephen
us?
A., I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Oh.
Don't do that. I'm talking
That's
to
some
you about the
politician
power that
shit
you
right
have.
there, bro.
Okay.
That's some politician shit right there, bro. That's the Democratic Party telling the black constituents, where you gonna go? Who you gonna vote for? You didn't vote for Trump. You vote for me, right? That's that shit right there, bro. Who does for you? Who does more for you than me? Nobody. That's creepy, bro. Like that's your answer, bro. Off rip. Like that's what you go with. Who does more than us? Nobody.
You can't just be honest, like and say like the way I would say it is like, yeah, there was no like stories about you. Like I don't watch fucking hockey either, man. Like what do you want me to do? I don't know anything. I don't know anything that's going on in the fucking NHL. Didn't they have their playoffs already? Is this shit
I
over?
don't watch the Champions League. I don't watch the I don't know shit about soccer.
Yeah, I don't watch soccer. Like it's like let's be honest. A cool narrative popped up of some sort of like, oh, this could be some potential Michael Jordan figure of this sport where it's worthy. It's like, oh, okay. Same thing with golf. I never cared about golf. Then Tiger Woods probably like, okay. I still didn't watch golf, but I actually paid more attention when I saw Sports Center highlights or whatever the fuck. Like, oh, Tiger Woods, oh shit. Because it's like it's cultural phenomenons.
Tennis, when Serena Williams is doing 10, like, oh, whatever.
Hey, guess what? I don't watch baseball anymore. I don't watch that fucking sport anymore, bro. I'm in like protest right now. This fucking thing. So, yeah, why not just be real about it? Yes, definitely doing the politician. Fucking.
Like, yo, just be honest, bro. What does it cost you to like? He can't be like, nah, you're right, I'm wrong. He can't do that shit. As much as he likes to say he does, he can't do it.
Nah. I'm right. All right, there we go.
I'm talking to you.
Okay.
All right, let's.
I got it.
You're my guy, but I'm talking to you.
I got it.
Guys, I really appreciate
you my girl, but you've missed a lot of episodes of First Take. You missed a lot.
Stephen A., 3 years ago,
I'll leave
you
it
would
at
not
that.
talk about the
Go
W
ahead,
at this
Mama.
level. Don't do that.
Guys,
Nobody was, Monica.
guys,
You making Stephen A's point, Monica. Monica, you
gentlemen,
making
please
Stephen
let
A's
me
point.
do my job. Please let me do my job. We've gone for 40 minutes straight. It was a riveting discussion. I have to get into commercial break.
The exhale. He's like, oh. All right. But yeah, it's fuck, man. Talking out both sides of the mouth, man. It's weird now.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like just don't lie. Like you didn't. Maybe you had a topic here or there, like months in between something about the WNBA, or probably more so. What probably got more coverage was the women's NCAA Final Four and all that shit. So
But just be honest about that. Like, yeah, it was. You could. That's where you'd be like, hey, man, Caitlyn brought the eyeballs to that.
yeah. In fact, that was the point Stephen A. made in the beginning. Like
Yes.
her financial impact.
No, but he has to, like he said, that shit's always in the back of his mind because he's a weasel. I gotta tread lightly. I gotta tread lightly. I can't divulge my actual intent.
Oh man. I guarantee, like, if they were sitting there talking and it was baseball, I guarantee he would have no problems. Well, the sport's dying. It's dead. It's like, that's why I don't talk about it. Like, he like, hold no punches, bro. Oh, shit. But, yeah. How do I surmise this? Yeah, the narrative thing, it's going to happen. You're going to hear weirdness from either direction. Like, oh, she's being propped up. No, she's being hated against. No, like, there's narratives going to be made. People are going to pick sides. And then it's going to hurt the actual thing we're supposed to be looking at.
Yes, exactly.
Now we're going to be questioning whether it was a good basketball hard foul or if it's a Caitlin Clark foul, right? As far as the narratives go, right?
Yep.
And yeah, I do agree with that sentiment you had earlier, Anthony, where it's like, oh, it's proving grounds time. You got to prove yourself now. Like, there's not going to be any handouts here. Like, earn your way through this shit. Like, either you're some mediocre player.
I started being like, oh, like, I don't know. I was kind of falling for the marketing, but it's like, yo, you gotta let these teams govern this shit themselves too, though. As far as like, I would hate to see anybody like play differently because this is Caitlin Clark or some shit like that. Like, I would hate to see that.
That'd be crazy.
I would hate to see a coach tell a player, "Do you know who that is? You can't do that to her."
That'd be super crazy.
I don't want to see that. Get that shit away from me. I don't want to see that shit.
I don't think anyone will see that. But if a bunch of shit like that, hold on, real quick, because if a bunch of shit like the fucking shove we saw, if that keeps happening, then yeah, you are gonna hear some weird shit.
I understand that, but it's almost like I kept bringing up that first game where like she got like a little love tap going to the layup one.
Yeah.
It's almost like all right, that's strike one, and this is strike two. When those are two totally different plays.
Oh yeah. But I don't think they're. That's people around the league. It's not the league themselves, right? Is that the league themselves doing that?
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. The league is in such a precarious place. Do they have to cater to these fuckers like Stephen A, bro?
No.
Alright. That's what I believe, bro. Till I see otherwise. I'm telling
you. I don't think
that's what I believe, bro.
She's just gotta be resilient as far as keeping fans around. That's the point you're making, right? Like the idea of keeping fans around and keep making money and shit.
Yeah, keeping the. Well, yeah. Ultimately, yes, the money. Keeping the interest in the league at the. Like, yo, the fucking league is outdrawing MLB on a day-to-day basis.
Of course.
By like 1 million, bro. I'm talking by a lot. It's not like by 1 million more. Caitlin Clark's first game drew like what 2.3. MLB got like a 1.1 on MLB tonight on ESPN. Like, that's embarrassing. But it's embarrassing, but it's also like, yo, this is like there's actual engagement.
Yeah.
In that league, in the WNBA, there's actual like new engagement that wasn't there like they used to average 500,000 last year.
I mean, fuck. They should just let me run the fucking WNBA. Because there are some eye-soaring things. Like, eyesores that happen, man. Where, like...
They need some David Stern's machinations, too. To be honest.
I mean, like, first of all, give them a bigger basketball. Don't forget this idea of men's basketball and women's basketball. Like, give them the full size of a basketball. That's why some of their misses look way worse than anyone else's misses. It's because of the size of the basketball. They think because it's smaller, it'll go in more because it's like right round hoop, round ball. Make it smaller, it'll just go in. But like, hey, let them use tennis balls and see how hard that fucking is. That's really hard to fucking do, right? To shoot a fucking tennis ball into a fucking hoop. Who are the guys who struggle in the NBA shooting basketballs? Big men, right?
Big men. Big men. Okay. The ball feels like a tennis ball to the
Exactly.
Rudy Gobert. Dwight Howard.
Like they're strong enough to move fucking what is it like 9? How much does the basketball weigh? I don't know. Like ounces? How hard is it to move ounces around, bro? They could do it. They're adults. These girls are like fucking 5'10" plus in height.
Didn't the girl that fought that went off against Curry use NBA basketball?
Did she? I don't know. That's
I hope
Sabrina. Sabrina, no skin.
I hope she fucking did.
That girl can flat out shoot. She can fucking shoot the bat. Like she's like I watched her in game shooting, like where she's using pick and rolls. She has a quick release and she can shoot that motherfucker. God damn. Brianna Stewart is fucking nasty. Tarazi's fucking nasty. They got some really good players. It's just it needs to be the floor needs to come up, bro. The floor, like the bottom floor, like the worst players need to step up more, which means
and
you have to flood it.
They're already talking about expansion too.
I mean, I'd chill right there, right where you're at, until you see the baseline.
Yeah, until we see like a better floor. Yeah, I'd say.
The eighth woman off the bench needs to be quality, straight up.
Yeah.
Like, and increase the size of the fucking basketballs.
I did not know it was a small ball.
It is a smaller basketball and has fucking pinstripes on it. Like, no, give him a fucking basketball, bro.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. Give him the regular basketball.
Exactly. Get them a normal fucking basketball. Oh, man. Like, you're encouraging parents, like, oh, well, sorry, my little girl, you can't use this ball. You have to use this little small one. Instead of letting them develop and, you know, get used to a bigger basketball and then probably increase ball handling skills. Like, so much shit, man. More leverage. But whatever. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. Point is, fuck the narratives. Let's watch the basketball. I think Caitlin Clark has. I'm just looking at potential of someone like working out in their off season, like really like learning these particular skills. Her shooting's already there to me. It's already there. Yes, she's gonna miss shots, right? Especially if they play her a certain way, where they're like, okay, we're gonna force you to do nothing but 30-foot fucking 3-point. She's not gonna make all of them, straight up. Not gonna happen. And if she doesn't have the ability to hit floaters, layups, mid ranges, if those things aren't a part of her repertoire yet, like really a part of it, then she's going to struggle shooting. She's gonna have low shooting percentages, straight up. But she works on these things. She has a pretty high ceiling, man. I look at like, imagine a better version of the Sabrina, the girl who faced Steph Curry in a 3-point contest. Imagine that, but she's pulling up from fucking 35. That's what we can have with Caitlin Clark, potentially. So it's like, yeah, fuck it. If the WNBA wants to rig anything, here's how you rig it. Rig it by getting her like trainers and shit like that. Get all your young players coming in, all of your potential stars, like get them like the best help they can possibly get for workouts. Not for the best help for girls, but the best help for a basketball player, period, for their skill sets. That's how you rig your fucking league.
I mean, you're owned by the NBA. Like, why the fuck aren't you using the same coaches? I don't understand.
Yeah. At this point, with some of these skills I'm seeing here, it shouldn't be, Caitlin Clark's in the gym after the game's over for 5 straight hours dribbling, working on her dribbling. Like, no, I want her there with, like, Steph Curry working on dribbling. Because I need someone to be monitoring these things and be like, you're doing the right thing, you're doing the wrong thing. This is right, this is wrong. And like, oh no, do it again, you did it wrong. Do it again, you did it wrong. Like, I need that. This isn't where you're like a polished machine like Kobe, who's like, I know what I'm doing. I'm working out for 4 straight hours after the game's over. Where he just knows what he's doing. Right?
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. Far away distance. All right. Anything else you want to add to this, Anthony?
No, that's it. Nothing.
All right.
Time to end it.
All right. There's the end of our video. Check it out.